block and set from Sabatier. Sabatier is a French company. It's been in business over 200 years.
Yes.
Now, I just returned from the International Home Show, or what's called the Inspired Home Show in Chicago. Gold is everywhere. Gold is back.
Yes.
And these have gold accents or brass accents. Gold or brass is the big trending color right now in all of home. So we're super excited about this. But in addition to the color, these are really fine knives. And Chef Jeremy Parker is, and will forever be, considered the knife dude at QVC.
Yeah, and David, these are possibly the sharpest knives I've ever used. I want to try something here.
Wait, and how long have you been doing knives?
A long time. Since I was 16 and I'm almost 50. Okay,
all right, so and this is the sharpest knife you've ever used?
Let me show you. I tried this earlier. I did a potato and I went like, look at that. And then I just sort of like dropped it. That is a raw, hard potato. And I literally drop it on that blade. It cuts in half.
We don't recommend you do this at home because that's a dangerous trick. As
yes.
Jeremy mentions, he's been doing this since he was, 5 years old.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So it's important to know this is a remarkable set of knives. Now, best way to clean these knives, because people are going to ask.
Hand wash your knives. Take care of your knives, and your knives will take care of you. And this is a full 12-piece, actually it's 13 pieces, 12 knives in a beautiful block. They have that brass bolster. That's where the blade meets the handle. These have a molded handle, so it's a little bit of a softer grip. That's really nice because if you have rivets, they tend to break sometimes. So if this drops, you smack it. It's a workhorse of a knife set. It's a nice thin block.
Let's come over here and talk about all the knives that are in the block, and then we'll go through the colors.
Yeah.
But I'd love for you to narrate all the different types of knives when we have them all laid out right over here.
Okay, so starting off, let's come up here with the block. Want to go down? We get it down? If you can see this.
Can we shoot this from overhead?
I know we've got some on the table there too, either way, but okay. So this,
would it be easier to shoot on this table?
Either way. Here.
Okay, here we are.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is your 8-inch French chef's knife. That's your workhorse of a knife. That's the one that you'll probably use more than everything else. Chopping, slicing, dicing, mincing. This is an 8-inch carving knife. You need a good turkey knife for Thanksgiving, hams, roast beef, lamb. That's that great size. This is a 5.5-inch serrated utility knife. That's a great tomato knife. That's your bagel knife if you eat bagels.
Could be a dinner roll knife.
Absolutely. This is a 4.5-inch knife. This is the knife that Ray Ristelli was using for that meat when he was slicing it. Great meat knife. Great all-around prep knife. This is a 3.5-inch paring knife. Now, you want a good small paring knife for things like strawberry stems, taking the stem out of a bell pepper, cutting an avocado in half. Here's a knife called a bird's beak or a beveled knife. This is for cutting towards you. Maybe you're doing like bananas over your cereal.
Or you're capping strawberries.
Oh, exactly. And you get a set of kitchen shears. We love Sabatier kitchen shears here. You're going to use those for so many different things, cutting chickens and herbs, and a matching set of 6 steak knives. And David, a beautiful thin block that takes up very little space. All of that compact, complete.
All right, these are brand new. 200 of these are out the door. Let me talk to you about color choices because we have 3 color choices. We have this in the black, 1,300 remaining in the black. We also have it in the white, 1,500 in the white, and finally we have it in the sage. Now that's a very dark sage, so please understand. How many are left in the sage? Fewer than 900. These are going very quickly. It is a rare occasion that we're able to bring you a knife set this size from a company that's been in business like Sabatier for over 200 years.
That's right, and I mean, this is just, you touch it, it cuts it, David. They are such good knives. I don't know why I keep going on about this chef's knife. You're gonna use this for rocking, dicing, slicing, chopping. Touch it, it cuts it.
And remember when your knives were brand new and they were such a joy to use?
Oh, yeah.
Remember when they were so sharp and you're like, oh, I
Here's
love
my carving knife.
vegetables. This is great. Because it's effortless, right?
Yes.
What if that were like that every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what it's all about.
Okay.
Now, what about cutting a cooked chicken?
Yeah, and well, let's imagine this is a 20-pound turkey here, okay? If we didn't have a 20-pound turkey.
Or that's a chicken that you've cooked in today's special value because it will.
Yeah. So,
and we've let it cool.
That's right, and this is just a brilliant, easy to use carving knife, roast ham. If you're doing a prime rib, this is a nice.
You feel like you're at the country club and you go up to the guy in the white chef's coat who cuts you a piece of ham.
Yeah. And
what's been warming under the heat lamp.
Or even you're doing like sushi meat. You want to do one long slice. Okay, let me keep going. So here is a great utility knife. I love this one. It's 5.5 inches. It's serrated. So for your bagel knife, it has a tip so you can get into that bagel.
Or small loaves of bread.
Small rolls, sure. Again, even a tomato, or really good too for things like lemons, if you want to do lemon slices, is it's serrated, so it helps to get through that skin. Oranges the same way. That's a great knife. And then the next one is, again, this is the one that we did with Ray Rostelli was using this for meat. This is that 4.5-inch knife. It is just so smooth, David. It'll go
Maybe you're cutting sausages to go on your pizza and your today's special value.
Watch how I just drag this through. And there's no shredding.
And that's cooked sausage, isn't it?
Cooked sausage. It is so smooth.
And it's cold cooked sausage.
Yeah, such a pleasure.
Which ordinarily would be very hard to cut, right?
Right. Okay.
Unless you've got a very sharp knife, and that's what these are. And these are not Brand X, these are Sabatier. Sabatier is a French company that's been in business for over 200 years.
That's right. And now this is that bird's beak knife. This is a great knife if you use this. If you cut towards you, maybe you're doing a fruit salad and you don't want to mess up your cutting board, this will go like that. That's a great knife.
You know, my mom's mom used to use a bird's beak when she was stringing green beans. She would cut the top
Take the
off.
little string off of it, right?
Yeah, and then take the string down the side, and then she would toss the beans into a great big metal bowl, and I would sit on her side porch and I'd snap them.
I love that.
And there's an old saying I saw on Facebook one time that said, "There's nothing wrong with this world as long as you spent some time with Grandma stringing and snapping beans."
I
right?
love that. I
Yeah.
love that. And of course, kitchen shears are always so important
Or
to
maybe
have.
that's what's wrong with this world. We didn't spend enough time doing that with Grandma.
I got a funny bean story I'll tell you sometime. I thought I was growing pole beans, and I grew bush beans, so they never ran up the poles that I put in the ground. But anyway.
They just spread out.
They just spread out the ground. That's California to be, right?
All right, so let me go review these colors again one more time real quickly. And now over 1,000 of these are gone. We have this in the black. Fewer than 1,000 remaining in the black. We have it in white, 1,400, and we have it in sage. Fewer than 800 to go around. This is going very quickly. It's on Easy Pay, and it's available for you from a 200-year-old, over 200-year-old company, and the 4Pay will go away end of day today. Chef Jeremy, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'll see you a little bit later.
Always good to see you. Yes, you will. All right, looking forward to that. In the meantime, let's check in with Rachel, who's got more updates for us.
We do. We have something very special over